Disney's Animal Kingdom is arguably Walt Disney World's most underappreciated park. Lots of families come to visit Disney World for 3 days, and since there are 4 main parks, Animal Kingdom gets skipped more often than not. Maybe you get some park hoppers to give it a half day at best. Don't do that! Let me show you what you're missing, and find out why Animal Kingdom is actually the worst park to park hop. First up, a big part of a Disney World trip is making the most of your time. It's an expensive vacation after all, so you really only want to spend your time having the most fun you can have all the time. When you're deciding how and where to spend your limited time, here are some things you'll probably consider about each park. The Magic Kingdom! Magic and nostalgia. The Castle. Tron, Pirates, Haunted Mansion, Jungle Cruise, Peter Pan, Splash Mountain, no, not that one, but also Main Street, an entire land literally dedicated to shopping for exclusive Disney merch and snacks. Hollywood Studios, thrills and shows. The Indiana Jones Stunt Show, Star Tours, Rise of the Resistance, Slinky Dog Dash, the Hollywood Tower of Terror, Rock and Roller Coaster, Fantasmic, Beauty and the Beast, Muppets 3D, and the Sci-Fi Dine-In Theater Restaurant. EPCOT, or EPCOT Center, or EPCOT, depending on how old you are. Food, and world culture, and the future. Festivals upon festivals, concerts upon concerts. Mexico's Grand Fiesta, Germany's Carmel Shop, Living with the Land, Soarin', Spaceship Freaking Earth, the legendary Beverly, Test Track, Mission Space, and a constantly rotating list of new food and drink options, some of which are out of this world. Animal Kingdom. Animals and conservation. Okay, I'm already less thrilled with this list than I am with the others. The zoo and some trained animals. And since we're Disney and that's not enough, we threw in a roller coaster, a motion simulator, and a water ride for good measure. Honestly, this was my opinion going to Walt Disney World for the first time in 25 years. I'd watched several live streamers and over 100 other YouTube videos as prep for my big trip, and this was the actual conclusion I had come to. Maybe that's the same place you're at. So let's destroy that idea completely, shall we? Here's a spoiler. Animal Kingdom ended up being my second favorite park after Magic Kingdom. And for that to matter, you need to realize that I'm an enormous, hardcore, die-hard Star Wars fan who had never experienced Galaxy's Edge before. And Animal Kingdom was more exciting than Hollywood Studios. I know, that's not what I expected to happen either. In fact, Disney knew you might think it's just a zoo when there's actually so much more here. In their early advertising, just for you, they used the made-up word Natazu.
Natazu.
Disney went out of its way for years to tell you that you are wrong. It's not a zoo. Instead, it's an amazing Disney theme park with all of the rides, attractions, shows, restaurants, shops, and theming that you would expect from a Disney park, and also one that happens to feature live animals.
But remember, it's
Walt Disney World is an amazing series of independent theme parks interconnected by various methods of free transportation. The entire system is designed to get you anywhere you need to go, but without letting you leave Disney property at any point. That way, wherever you go to spend money, whether it's in the parks, at the shops, in a restaurant, or even simply leaving your hotel, you stay inside what's known as the Disney bubble. All of that money and time eventually makes its way back to Disney, and that's on purpose. And there are a lot of fun and unique ways to get around. Sure, you could take a bus, but there's also the Skyliner gondola system in the sky. You can ride a ferry boat across several of the lakes. And of course, there's the iconic Disney monorail, which even goes inside. Every single park has multiple transportation options. Every park except one. Magic Kingdom has access to the ferries and the monorail. EPCOT also has the monorail and it uses the Skyliner. Hollywood Studios shares that Skyliner route with EPCOT and also has a ferry route. But Animal Kingdom? Unless you brought your own car, you can only get to Animal Kingdom on the bus. And that means you have to wait for the bus that goes back to your hotel. Do you want to park hop? because the buses do not go from Animal Kingdom to the other parks. You'll need to catch a bus to a nearby hotel instead, and that means you need to know which hotels are closest to where you actually want to go. Then you'll need to take a second trip to the park you're actually hopping to. Not only does that force you to wait on a bus schedule twice, but it's also just the least fun way to travel. You're in Disney! You came for the magic! And riding a bus is not magic. On top of all that, Animal Kingdom is completely separated from the other parks. It's nowhere near anything. That's on purpose, of course. The live animals need a quieter environment. But it also adds even more time to get around. And since you're already using the slowest and most boring method of travel available, it's just one more thing. Park hopping Animal Kingdom simply doesn't make sense. It's not an efficient way to use your time, and it's not the magical experience you paid for. So you definitely don't want to park hop Animal Kingdom. But do you really want to spend a full day here? Let's plan out your day and see if you really want to leave after a half day. As I'm writing this, the park hours are 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. That's 11 hours to play with. Let's use some historical data from the incredible website qtimes.com, which, by the way, will also eventually power the wait times for our website, ridetheteacups.com. And before we even start, do not use this as a blueprint for your day. Don't schedule every minute of your Disney day ahead of time. Go with the flow. Check the wait times on the app throughout the day. And if something catches your eye and you want to go check it out, go do it. This is just an idea of what's actually possible, not a schedule for your trip. Also, I won't be using Genie Plus, so if I just saved you $25 per person, maybe hit the like and share the video with your family and friends. Go ahead, hit the share button. I'll even wait for you. You're not even doing it. Come on, dude, throw it on your Facebook or Twitter. Maybe use that new Threads thing all the cool kids are talking about now. Go on, I make this stuff for free. It's a huge help if you'd just please hit all the buttons for me. Okay, at this point, you either did it or you didn't. Thanks either way. Glad you're still here. Now, let's go to Animal Kingdom. Let's be honest. You think this place is boring. Let's reset your expectations and head straight to Expedition Everest to hit a roller coaster first. Everyone else is running to Rope Drop, Flight of Passage, or the Safari, so you'll realistically have it all to yourself at the very beginning of the day. Even on busy days, you're usually only going to see a wait time of 15 minutes at Rope Drop. Let's go straight ahead, drift right at the Tree of Life, and turn right after the bridge. After Everest, head down to Dino Land, USA. I mean, you know, if it still exists when you're watching this. Nobody rope drops Dino Land, so we're hopping on Dinosaur before those wait times jump up to an hour. They'll usually stay there through the end of the day, too, so hit it early.
We've got to get in, grab the Iguanodon, and get out before that asteroid hits.
The Na'vi River journey really picks up around 10 and won't really let up for the rest of the day, so let's head back to the center of the park and head over to Pandora. We're going to start keeping a close eye on Flight of Passage for the rest of the day anyway, so this will be our first chance to peek at it. Okay, that took a little longer than I expected, but it's 2 hours into our day and we've knocked out 3 big ticket rides. That's not terrible. Flight of Passage is still hovering around an hour and a half to 2 hours, so let's move on. There are 3 main shows in Animal Kingdom: Feathered Friends in Flight, the Festival of the Lion King, and Finding Nemo. As I'm writing this, there are 3 showtimes each. Lion King at 10, 11, and 12, Feathered Friends at 10:30, 11:30, and 1:30, and Nemo at 12, 1, and 2:30. So let's grab a snack, sit and rest a moment, use the restroom, and then get in line for the next Lion King show.
I present to you His Majesty, the Lion King.
Welcome, everyone.
That was awesome!
That was totally wicked!
And since we just had a snack before the show, I'm not super hungry for lunch yet. Let's pass by Africa for now and hit the Kali River Rapids. It's about a half-hour wait, and as it gets warmer, that line is only getting longer. Okay, now I'm hungry. Time for lunch. We're right next to the Feathered Friends show, and it's about time for their last show of the day.
For you. Looks excellent. It's like a photograph of the Okay, it's right through that doorway. That is Daisy.
Let's finish up the Asia attractions while we're here and walk through the Maharaja Jungle Trek. It's a walking trail with tigers, monkeys, and more. Make sure you use the Play Disney app along the way. It's a really cool scavenger hunt.
Sorry, no.
There are two more things I want to hit back in Africa while we're right here. First is Rafiki's Planet Watch. It's a train ride to another section of the park where you can see the Science Center and veterinarians, find new animals, and even learn to draw a Disney character from a real Disney artist. It's pretty cool. I also want to walk the Gorilla Falls Trail. This was, no joke, one of my wife and I's favorite parts of the entire park. You'll have two great spots to see the silverback gorillas, and it's great to learn how smart they really are. Make sure you use the Play Disney app again. The wait time for the safari generally dropped down to nothing around lunchtime or in the early afternoon, so we'll go there next. Make sure you watch your app. Sometimes the last safari ends early, but we're good for today.
Now the goal of conservation is to balance the needs of humans and the needs of animals.
Make sure you spend some time walking through the Tree of Life. It's amazing how many animals you'll find carved on the tree. It's just a relaxing place to wander. Enjoy a snack while you walk around. Well, here we are at the end of the day, and just like normal, the Flight of Passage line never really let up. Let's go bite the bullet and wait for it. Pay attention! If you only remember one thing from this entire video, make sure it's this. If you're in a line when the park closes, Disney will let you ride. So if you jump in a line at 6:59 and 59 seconds, you're good to go. That's why we can save this one for last if there wasn't a good time to go during the rest of the day.
Welcome, everyone. I'm Dr. Jackie Ogden from the Pandora Conservation Initiative. You're about to experience a ceremony that's very special to the Na'vi.
And now here's the hardest part of the day. It's 8 o'clock. The park is closed. I'm hungry and it's too late to get anything here. Even the Rainforest Cafe is closed at this hour. So we'll endure the long bus ride with hungry, cranky kids back to the hotel and probably get something from their cafeteria. Cause I don't want to take another bus to Disney Springs or wait for a table service place. Plus, I'm exhausted because we walked everywhere. Now, precious viewer, do you even remember the point of the number 3 wrong idea you have about Animal Kingdom? It's that you thought it was a half-day park. We just went open to close without a break, and we still didn't get to do everything. We missed the It's Tough to Be a Bug show and the Triceratops spin ride, and we didn't meet any characters or do any serious shopping. We missed the Finding Nemo show completely, and we only rode Expedition Everest one time. Seriously, the view from the top of Everest at sunset is incredible. So spend a day at Animal Kingdom. Our family spent 2 days our first trip, and I'm glad we did. Our favorite activities were all over the place. Mine was Everest, but Mrs. Teacups loved Gorilla Falls. My oldest loved Dinosaur, and my 2-year-old
I'm a big boy. I ain't here. I did.
still talks about the Kali River Rapids to this day, 3 years later. Yeah, it's been 3 years. We live on the other side of the country, so Disney World is an expensive trip for our family. And we don't have enough subscribers for YouTube to send us any of the ad money they make from our videos. Yeah, That ad break or two that you probably saw? We don't get anything from that until we hit at least 1,000 subscribers. So please hit the subscribe button. It's free and easy to undo. And you get more theme park travel tip videos just like this. Seriously, thank you so much for subscribing. Up next, ride Expedition Everest over and over with me and find out if I got to ride every single seat in a single day. Or take a walk on the Gorilla Falls with us. We'll even show you what the Play Disney app does on the trail. Thanks so much for watching this one. We love you. We'll see you next time we ride the Teacups. Later, y'all.